Hello, my name is Worthy, a professional Valorant coach. If you're looking to climb the ranks and improve your overall gameplay, you definitely want to leave a like and a sub, and enjoy the video. So, the first note I'm going to make before we get into this, throughout this VOD, you have a big opportunity in your pre-round planning and scoreboard assessment. I'm very adamant about pressing tab. And you press tab a lot, but you don't do it for the right reasons this VOD. I know that because you click it for like 2 seconds, and there's no way you can do an assessment in 2 seconds. Well, I'm going to be very on you for this going forward if you continue as my student. Okay? So your learning objectives, pre-round plan, press your tab, your pathing, clutch situations, comms, and crosshair placement. We're going to be looking at those specifically as we go through this, okay? The points I was going to make, your pre-round plan and your scoreboard assessment is an extremely underrated part of the winning process, okay? So in order to have a high level of decision making and prediction / game sense, if you will, it's important to press tab at the beginning of every round to not look at frags, but to make an educated assumption as to how they will play the current round, right? And that will dictate how you end up choosing your pathing, right? As an entry fragger, super important. You want to be able to run stats in your head and say, if I do this, this, and this, I'm more likely to win the round or get a fight that's going to be in my favor. So I want you to watch closely how you're placing your crosshair in this run up short A, okay?
Reloading.
Good smoke, Kevin. BT off.
Shadows traveling. Cover, go.
Do you see anything wrong here?
Yeah, my crosshairs in the dirt.
Yeah, it's in the dirt. It's in the dirt. Now, if we were playing Modern Warfare 2 or any kind of, you know, arena shooter or one of those, what is it called? The last man stand, you know, or gathering stuff. This is actually a good crosshair placement because sometimes you need to like look down and gather shit, right? But unfortunately, we're not playing that game. We're playing Valorant. So this crosshair placement should always serve a purpose, right?
Yeah.
And we should always be facing where the threat can come from. So there's two potential threats when we're running up here, left and right. So we choose one of the two. And it's always good to assume that they're not going to be walking out on us if they peek on us. So having the crosshair out a little bit wider on either one of these angles will help us catch someone if they come out. This will give you a little bit more of a chance to win your fight. You're most likely going to lose if they swing you here because there's peeker advantage. But the art to winning more gunfights is by limiting how much you have to micro adjust your aim. So always want to be avoiding a massive flick like this to the head level over here rather than just, you know, making a small little micro adjustment this way.
Okay, we should rotate.
See, your crosshair placement at this point was great, but I want you to be actively throughout the round putting your crosshair to where you think the enemy can be. Right? This is something that you just need to like start practicing, even if you are in T-spawn, for example, or you're in attacker spawn. You should still have your crosshair set to a good position because it's a good habit to get into to practice where head level is everywhere. You actually didn't have to take this fight, but I understand why you did it. But it's always important to look at the situation as it's a 5v4, so we don't necessarily need to make a move on site. And the other piece that you need to consider is spacing from your teammates. We want to get in a position where we can start trading things, and this is where you could probably just like stay alive on site. But if we look at our crosshair placement again, I think what you could do is go into a custom game and practice peeking from this angle and learn the exact position you need to be on your crosshair on the wall to be able to make this frag happen all the time. Because right now you're taking kind of an educated guess and it's a little bit off at this point. Always being active with the fights. I had one guy, his name was Munch, who at the beginning of CT round, he went on A and he practiced peeking the angles before the game actually started, just so he had visualizations of how to take these fights. So highly recommend this. See how you're flicking your scoreboard right now?
Yeah.
It's telling me two things. One, you want to see that you got that one frag so that you can reaffirm in your head that you're a good player. Bullshit. It's not, it has nothing to do with anything. And the other thing that it tells me right away is you're upset that you missed that kill. It's going to happen, okay? There's things in this game. Now, you had a lot of infractions on that peak. Let's not get it twisted. But there are things in this game where you will do everything correct. You will choose everything statistically right, but you'll still get fucking punished, right? Because someone does something stupid that doesn't make any fucking sense. You need to make sure that at the beginning of every game, you uncheck yourself emotionally. Because any kind of emotion that you put out there is going to be used against you in some way, shape, or form. If it's anger, 80% of your fine motor control is going to be out the friggin' window. So that means you can't aim anymore. You also can't make proper cognitive decisions anymore. You are basically sabotaged at that point. 44 situation, be cautious here. You're in a specific role, okay, on your team right now. Do you know what role this is called?
No.
It's called the lurk, okay?
Oh, okay.
You are defined as a lurk by my definition whenever you are away from the group, okay? So the 3 of them are over there and you are over here on your own. When you are a lurk, one major rule, you must exist as long as possible because this fight should never have happened. This situation should never have happened. Here's the thing. We're now in a very interesting position. What's the situation now? 1v4. You have statistically lost this round at this point, and the only way you can come back is if you multi-frag. What would you do 2020 hindsight now in this particular situation? Because what you're going to do is you're going to shoot this brimstone. What's another option you have?
Not let him know I'm there.
Earlier, yeah, not letting him in there for sure, but you're in this situation right now. That was when you were 4v4. That's the past. We can't control that. What can we do right now in this moment? Guarantee, or at least give us an opportunity to get a multi-frag to get back into this round and win this round. Right now.
I'm not sure.
Trigger discipline. What I would recommend you do in this situation, because you've already lost the round at this point, this thought will come to you a lot easier. What I would have done in this situation, knowing what I know, is I would have walked in behind Brim and followed him in until I lined up 2 or 3 and then taken all 3 of them out. Pre-round planning and oh shit line. So what's your plan this round?
My plan was to go C.
First thing I look at right now is you're using a short range weapon to go C on a long range fight. These are the things that you need to be thinking about. The right tool for the right job. So if you have a short range fight gun and everyone else has a short range fight gun, it would be better to pile through garage or going through B or something along those lines to be able to get some sort of close range fight or generate something off that.
Yeah.
Cool. So what you're doing right now is generating an opportunity for you to get a ratty close range fight. I love this.
I'm pretty CT.
I would just plant. Here's the thing. When you're on eco, which we are on right now, we have to establish a bare ass minimum for us. Our bare ass minimum this round should be to get at least, 2, maybe 3 frags so we can damage their economy. And if we get the bomb down, that's $300 in each of our pockets, which is a big victory for us. It's all about the small victories in this round. Perfect. You planted the bomb. If you can generate a couple frags here off this death right now, like with a swing, that would be great. 1 or 2 here is huge, even if we lose this round. Swing. Yes. Fall back, fall back, fall back, fall back. Look towards spawn now, because there's going to be someone swinging you from spawn. I say that this is happening right now because I have a mental projection of where everyone's going to be. There's a timing here that's telling me that, boom, there they are, right? It's almost like I can feel them coming around the corner towards CT. And look what you're doing right now. Really nice opportunity here to reload in front of 2 enemies about to peg you in the face. That was a threat assessment, right? Now, the key with this is to have a mental projection. We always want to have an assumption, and this is so important as an entry fragger in your role. Have an assumption as to how many people are playing where. You're going to go through, and I want you to tell me, just give me a guess as to what you think they were doing this round, where they were sitting or standing up.
Before the round started, I suppose I didn't know.
You're gonna make an educated guess, because I don't know 100% either. Don't worry about the specific characters. We can use anyone. We'll just put like Ray's fucking Omen. We'll put.
I can't remember if they were on buy or not.
They would be buying this round.
Definitely 1C.
Okay, you said there's 2C?
Yeah, maybe 1C, 1 garage.
Okay, 1 garage.
2A, 1B.
2A. And where are they on A?
So if they know they have bigger guns, probably gonna try to peek long and get a pick, and then the other one probably will play a little tighter.
Okay, so both of them are long?
Probably would stay back, and then if the Reyna wasn't getting any.
Okay, cool. So that's 4. Where's the Rays?
Maybe B.
I want you to be okay with being wrong, okay? Because we're making an educated assumption, and you're going to be wrong a lot in the beginning until you start figuring out tendencies and seeing things. This will take time. So you're looking at right now, currently, a 1, 1, 1, 2. Cool? 1, 1, 1, 2. That's your setup. So you have that in your head, 1, 1, 1, 2. And from now on, you're going to work on the assumption that's a 1, 1, 1, 2. Where can I hit? Where can I play to be able to counter this kind of setup? So now if you have that in your head and you get this frag on Phoenix, for example, let's say he swings out and you kill him, and you're now in, and then you're over here and you're taking this position, you know that they're going to rotate at a certain amount of time. That's where the mental projection comes in. So you go to plant that bomb, you take this first fight on this person here, and then you know by that point in time they had to have been here if they're rotating in on timing. That's where mental projection comes in. Practicing your pre-aim in a server, but this time for window.
Yeah.
And I promise you, if you start doing this, you're easily plat, okay? If you just do a little bit of work, it's a little bit of boring shit, right? But if you want to get to the higher ranks, you got to dress for the job that you want, not the one that you currently have. So that means you got to do the things that aren't so fun, which is hopping into a server. You know, I used to do this for hours on end a day. Like the one that I commonly did was over on A main. I would peek this friggin' angle over and over again until I was shooting dead straight on this particular angle, on this particular fight. Shoot that angle dead straight over and over again. Perfect peak. Crosshair placements against the wall where I want to be so that I'm right at head level. Same thing happened with Breeze. I still have it innately in me to be able to do this peak right here where I'm peeking right against this friggin' right titty, just laying someone out, right?
Yeah.
I need you to commit to pressing tab every single round. You must press tab. And I want you to hold it for like 10 to 15 seconds, because that will prove to me that you're actually reading it and making an assumption. I don't even care if the assumption's wrong. I just want you to make an assumption. You can even say it in your VOD reviews. Say, I think they're going to do this. And at least if you have that guess and you're working under an assumption, you're not just like completely guessing. One of my favorite lines is, if you're not assessing, you're guessing. So assess and see what you think they're going to do. And that practice over time will allow you to get a little bit better with it over and over again. Being really bad at what you were doing until you got really good at it. Mistakes are a good thing. Failure is a good thing as well. So do not be afraid to fail. I want you to go out there and fail over and over and over again until you're numb to it. And also once you've learned all the lessons from it, because it's the greatest teacher.
You are now listening to Strawberry